I just got a call from Porsche, a GT3 Allocation, but there's a catch. But to make this dream happen, something has to go. So over the last 4 years, I've been talking about a GT3 Allocation. What I got is a GT3 Touring Allocation, not PTS, but the standard color. And I've been waiting on it for 4 years. So when you finally get the call, you're like, man, what do I do? Do I do everything and anything possible to make it work? Which means shuffling everything in the garage. So in this video, let's talk about it. What should I do? GT3 allocations are super rare, especially to get one at MSRP. I've been waiting 4 years with the local dealership. Typically you get yourself on a wait list, and that doesn't mean anything. You put a deposit down, you're on a list, and eventually they'll call you. But it means nothing until you have a build slot. So that's essentially what I have today. We have a build slot for a GT3 Touring. To make all this happen, 1 or 2 of these cars have to go. But which one? You know, I've got the GT3 RS. It had been my dream car, and I finally attained it. And I've had it for almost 5 years now. It's been my track special. It's a special car. It's what I take to Cars and Coffee, do track days with it. And it's a bright, loud car that gets a lot of attention. The M2. Obviously, you've seen all of the videos. This has been a YouTube journey for me with this M2. The G87 M2 has been such an amazing platform for me to play around with, tinker with, create content with, and so on. So it'll be super sad to see this one go. Then we have the Cayenne Turbo. This is the ultimate daily, my wife's favorite car of all time. And it's been such a great family car. A used 2019 Cayenne Turbo. It's just epic. Carbon ceramic brakes, the leather interior is epic, so much comfort, so much space, so much power. So it's the ultimate daily driver. Would this be one of the ones that we let go? I don't know. The GT3 Touring is a manual. It's something that's been so true to me as a one car to do it all. As you know, the brand new 992.2 GT3 Touring has back seats now finally, which means it'll be the ultimate family sports car. In my opinion, the GT3s have the best manual driving experiences out there. So nothing competes, nothing compares. I love the G87 M2 as a manual, but when you compare it to the GT3 manual, wow. One would argue, is the GT3 manual worth all that extra money over a G87 M2 or a regular 911 Carrera in a manual? I think a GT3 Touring in a manual is the ultimate family sports car, if you will. So it has back seats, it's got a manual, it's rear-wheel drive, it's got 500 horsepower. Again, it's an elevation of the G87 M2, bringing it to the GT3 RS and maybe even beyond, especially in the 992.2. So the dilemma is, what do I do? We've got 3 cars, we can't keep them all. We got to make room to bring in the GT3 Touring. Do we sell the GT3 RS or do we sell the M2? Now, the M2 alone isn't going to be enough to cut it for the financial obligation that a GT3 would bring. So we've got to sell the M2 and the Cayenne Turbo in order to make that happen. So path 1, we sell the M2, the Cayenne Turbo, and bring a GT3 and park that beside this GT3 RS. That'll be the ultimate dream. Or we sell this, keep the M2 and the Cayenne, and we say goodbye to the GT3 RS. So we'll have a modding car, we'll have a purist driver's car, and we'll keep our daily. I don't know. A lot of thoughts, a lot of thinking, and I can't quite make up my mind. What would you all do? Let me know in the comments below. I know this is the sort of first world problem scenario here, but hey, when you are given an opportunity, what do? You try and make things work. This is something I've been waiting for 4 years, 5 years now. So it's finally here. we've got to make some changes. We'll go into the spec of my GT3 that I'm thinking about. I'd love to get your feedback as well. Originally, I wanted to get a PTS GT3 Touring, but that's not happening. What they offered me was a non-PTS. What I'm thinking in my head is that I put all these cars up for sale. See which one fetches the most amount of money. That'll help me towards the GT3 Touring. The financial reality. Let's face it, a GT3 Touring in today's market, brand new, if there is no markup, at MSRP, is still a lot of money. Compared to what this was in 2019 to what a GT3 Touring is today, it's a ton of money. So justifying this and making a move is a very difficult decision. It's almost like buying a house. Let's go in and show you what the spec is all about. Let's take a look at what I would do with the GT3 Touring. So there's a couple of colors primarily that I was thinking of: ice gray metallic and the oak green metallic, oak green neo metallic. Now the oak green has been so outdone. If you do a search for a 992.2 GT3 Touring, essentially 80% of them are oak green metallic neo. Let me know in the comments below as well how you would spec it. So we don't have PTS, remember that. So when it comes to the color, there's not a whole lot of selection like we did with the 992.1. Especially this is the first year for the 992.2. Colors are limited. They bring some hero colors to try and promote those colors before they introduce more colors in the second year of the generation. So for me, of all the colors, I was thinking white, ice gray metallic, or oak green neo. And I've settled on the oak green neo, I think. But we're going to go into the Porsche dealership later on, and we're going to spec it out there as well. Get some guidance from the experts in terms of what will be a great color that has a story behind it, that has some sort of heritage feel to it, and something that will hold value and be timeless. I don't want these bright colors for the Touring. I want the Touring to be a bit more understated, under the radar type car that I can take my family and go in for nice cars and coffee, go for a weekend drive and do lunch or breakfast with the family and so on. Today, I take the M2. I can't take this one. Sometimes I wish I could take the GT3 RS with the family, and it's not really feasible. We do the oak green metallic neo, and that'll be the color of choice. We definitely want the bucket seats. That is an important aspect for me. I know a lot of people would go for the colored interior, or the full leather interior with the sofa seats, and I think that looks amazing as well. But for me, I prefer the bucket seats. There's something about it that I find really appealing. So doing it that way, you don't have a whole lot of options. You're just getting black with white stitches. And that's okay. That's somehow what I would do as well anyways. So we're staying with that. We're not doing the sofa sports seats or anything like that. We're definitely optioning the rear seats. It is a must-have for this car. That's why the Touring even exists, and that's one of the reasons why I went in the route of the Touring, because of the back seats. Otherwise, I'd be getting the wing car. So like I said, I would do the lightweight package exterior in black. I don't particularly like the chrome around the windows, so yeah. I'm opting out of that. As you know, with the lightweight package, it gives you a whole lot of carbon included in the price. It's a hefty price tag for an option. It includes all the carbon fiber bits, and it also includes the magnesium wheels. You can't split them up. You can't just opt out of the magnesium wheels and do all the lightweight package for the interior, at least on the Touring. On the GT3 wing car, however, you can. On the Weissach package, you can separate out the wheels from the rest of the Weissach. So you can get a Weissach package without the wheels. And not the case here with the lightweight package on the Touring. You have to get the wheels as well. It's part of the package deal. So yeah, so you get the roof that's in carbon fiber. It's an option that you can check off. But what I found is when you do it all as a lightweight package, it seems to be better value in some ways. It's still a lot of money. I think if you pull out the magnesium wheels on the lightweight package, it's great value of all the other things you would tack on. So from my perspective, I was like, well, I'm so close to the lightweight package. I was, I think, 15 grand off from the lightweight package, from my original spec without the lightweight package. So I said, let's just do it. And I think it looks better from an aesthetics perspective on the inside. I love the carbon door handles, which is going to be pretty nice. And there's a lot of things that you don't see underneath the car with the suspension, various things that are still in carbon fiber, which adds to the overall lightweightness of the car. Now remember, touring is a touring. It's not meant to be a track car, and lightweighting treatment is not the main priority of the car. But given that this is the first year you can get somewhat like a Weissach package for the touring in the lightweight form, I wanted to do it. And I also think getting those options will help hold the value of the car. Given the price point of the car as it is today, there's a high likelihood that it might depreciate. But you get the right options, they may hold value. So we'll see. Exterior, I want the painted air blades. I think it looks great without it painted as well, but I think painting it is great because it gives you the option to wrap it in carbon fiber or a black PPF of some sort without having to worry about painting the whole panel. So might as well get it painted from factory, and if you want to change it up, you can by just doing a quick wrap around. I want as much paint on the car as possible in the touring. So that's why the exterior mirror is in color as well. I did the roof in carbon fiber, exposed carbon fiber, and mind you, lightweight package gives you the roof in carbon fiber, but they paint it. You have the option to paint it, but I opted for the $0 option of not painting it and having carbon fiber weave. I think from the top down, not a vantage point a lot of people see, but I think the contrast is quite nice. Exclusive fuel cap, I think it's a must-have. It's a small little price to pay given the overall price of the car. Lights, I went with the tinted HD Matrix LED headlights. I think it looks cool. There is the option to do the white outline as well, but I didn't think it was necessary. I think the tinted headlights are the way to go. Also did tinted taillights, the exclusive design taillights. I love the sort of clear look on the back of the car as you get that. So if you didn't do that, you have a red light strip, which is also nice. It matches with the side markers and the reverse indicator light. For me, I wanted to clear it out, and what I'm going to do is likely clear out or black out the reflectors. That's it from an interior package. There isn't much you can do in here because a lot of the interior packages, as you add it on, it removes the lightweight package, so I didn't actually spend a whole lot of time in there. I wanted to try and maintain the cost of the car at a certain price point, so it is somewhat affordable. I didn't want to end up starting to check off every single leather option. If I didn't do all the lightweight packaging, then I would be checking off all of this interior leather options. You get a lot of that carbon fiber interior trim with the lightweight package, so I didn't check that off here. Seat belts, so I wanted to do race text on the roofline and on the seatbelt outlet. I think it sort of creates that more luxurious feel compared to the leatherette or the fabric that they use that's not Alcantara. Seatbelts in silver, I think some do yellow. I'm okay with the silver. It matches the stitching on the seats. Interior wise, I wanted that embossed Porsche crest on the armrest. I think it looks really neat, so I got that. And roofline, as I mentioned before, as well in Alcantara. It's a zero cost option. What else? I didn't do any of the door sill stuff in carbon fiber or illuminated. I found I didn't really see much value in it. You open the door, that's when you see it. For the majority of the time, it's closed, you don't see it. So I didn't feel like spending the extra dollars to add that on. Passenger footwell, $0 option, must have. Now, big ticket items, super important for a GT3. I think front axle list is important. I get it. A lot of people opt out of this, but it's an important reselling factor, and it's also an important thing for me when I'm taking the car out with the family, going to places, doing road trips. I want that peace of mind that I can lift the front and make clear almost most speed bumps or on-ramps and things like that. So it's a good peace of mind type of option, so just do it. The chrono package is cool, so I love the clock on the dash. I didn't do the chrono package just because I didn't see the need for an expensive watch that doesn't tick or you don't hear it tick. It wasn't important for me, so I opted out of that. Carbon ceramic brakes, must have. Must have. I opted for the yellow calipers just because I love the way the calipers stand out when you look at the side profile of the car, and I wanted that on the GT3 Touring as well. 84-liter fuel tank, wow, yeah, must have. I think it saves you from having to go fill up the tank all the time. That 84-liter tank is so good. And the main party piece of this car is the manual. Manual is the way to go. I'm sure a lot of you Europeans will be saying go PDK. No. I think for me, for what I want to use the car for, it's not going to be a track special. It's going to be driven more often than the GT3 RS would be. And I'll be taking my family and going on roads, and I want to be able to enjoy it as well, not having to go through crazy speeds and so on. So that's not important for me that I do PDK. 6-speed manual is super important. Now, if you watched a lot of the videos, I think you will know on the 992.2, they've adjusted the gear ratios on this as well. So the gearing is much shorter, meaning you'll be shifting gears quite more often, which makes it more fun on the streets without getting into trouble. Another reason why I really wanted the lightweight package was for the shorter gear lever. None of the assistant stuff. I don't think a park rear assist is needed, the top view camera, mainly because it starts adding those little pucks on the rear bumper. I just want a clean look. I don't want that. Like, the car is small enough that you can use the side view mirrors and the rear camera to position the car as you need. I don't think you need the top-down view and all those parking sensors and so on. From a comfort perspective, yes, HomeLink, yes. I did the preparation for the dash cam and the zero option. Check off all zero options if it makes sense. Smoking package makes sense. It's something that you can just take off from the cup holder and use it for something else. So yeah, that is my spec. If you spec a GT3 Touring with the light bow package, you're essentially getting to close about 80% of the 911 ST. So that's great value if you ask me. All right, let's wrap this one up. Yeah, we've got a GT3 Allocation. 4 years of a dream has now become a reality. And now it's time to make some decisions. Which path do I take? Do we sell the M2 and the Cayenne Turbo and add the GT3 Touring right beside the GT3 RS? Or do we sell the GT3 RS and keep the M2 and the Cayenne Turbo and add the GT3 Touring? One way or another, the GT3 Touring is going to happen. Just don't know which path I'm taking. Let me know in the comments below what you think as well. Next, what we're going to do is head over to the Porsche dealership, sit down with the product specialist, and spec out the car and submit the build so it will be ready for production. This is a huge milestone for me, and all of you have been with me on this journey. I've tried to share as much as I can to share my experience with these cars. You know what they mean to me and how important they are to me as well. I build emotional bonds with these cars. I know a lot of people don't understand it, but I somewhat feel emotional about these cars. The amount of time I spend on it, the experiences I've created with it, it's a memory. And once the car is gone, all you're left with is the memory. So yeah, it'll be a sad moment to see one of these things go, but we got to make the move to make another dream a reality. Anyways, I thank you all for your support and following me on this journey with the G87 especially as well. The number of people that have commented, the number of people that have been inspired by this build, the folks that have supported this build as well, all the Auto ID, the Edelweiss, Vesca, AWE. I'm gonna miss all of that because once the M2 is gone, on a GT3, there's not much to mod. So what do I do? So I think the car is going to be for me to enjoy the act of driving. Unless something else happens. Who knows? But yeah, I'll wrap it up. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the support. Like, subscribe, do all those things, and I'll see you in the next one.